people help these people. Just go to your neighbor. We all neighbors now. Go over there with some Lowry seasoning. Go over there with some lemon pepper sauce. Go on over there and help them out. All right? Don't be like that. Because when the world opens up, these people should help these people. We help you now, you help us later. Think about it. A lot of us right now, you just filed your taxes. You finna get a stimulus check. Oh my gosh, you're doing wonderful right now. You know, these people have bought up all the shrimp and crab legs that normally these people buy. Help us out. Do not spend all your money. My people, my new friends, don't buy up all the crab legs and shrimp and stuff you can't even pronounce. Scallops. You can't even pronounce it. You shouldn't be buying it trying to cook scallops.
You try to check it down. That moment. That moment that it all changed. The moment that you forgot to wake up.
David, we have all changed. Me, your brother, it's you that's the same. You had to do a lot of growing up quick. But you got a chance here to see that the world has changed.
Can't go back. You can't ever do it over.
All right. What's going on, y'all? You know, we had to hit you off with a little bit of warm up to get you on in here. Come on, get comfortable. Waiting on my co-host Tight Mike, join right back in. He must have fell out for a minute. So yeah, hey, we got a good show coming up for y'all tonight, man. We got our special guest returning. Y'all might remember from February. You know what I'm saying? Miss Tanya B is back. We're gonna talk some wine wars and maybe get into a little relationship issues coming on. But that trailer you just saw for David Makes Man, that's coming up June 22nd on OWN or also HBO Max. I believe it's still on. It's going to be on HBO Max as well. Looking forward to season 2. I got a chance to be a part of it, so I'm looking forward to seeing. Hopefully, you know, they used all the brother scenes. That's very important that they use all the brother scenes. You know what I'm saying? We're trying to make some leaps up in here. You know what I'm saying? 2020. So just killing a little time, waiting for time. Y'all come on in, say hello. I hope you got some drinks. I hope you're ready to have a good time tonight. Because we sure are. So let's see. Who's in the building? Everybody say hello. Come on, join in. Give my man a moment. Get himself together. The funny and acting funny. Here we go. Come on in there, man. Come on in. Technical difficulties right off the bat. We're going to overcome, though. What's going on, brother?
Hey, chiller, man. Hey, you tuned into another episode of Acting Funny, man. Actor Essex O'Brien, your baby boy, comedian, Tight Mike, stand-up host, whatever you want to call me. I fry fish sometimes, too. Hey, you know it, man. What an exciting time. What an exciting weekend. I'm excited. I'm happy. We have a great guest today, man. We have a lot to talk about today. And look at that. How about that? I'm already knocking stuff down. But that's all right, man. Already. That's what happened with the Metro. Shouts out to Metro PCS. They haven't let me down in 15 years. They say I'm as clear as I ever been today.
I know. You must have called customer service and cussed them out or something.
Hey, man. That's going to bring up to our topic later. That's funny. Later on, we're going to talk about relationships. When you break up, does your ex still have the rights to talk to your parents? Should they still be connecting with your parents and your siblings? Are they still cool? Is everybody still cool even though y'all broke up? Can y'all still be cool? That's what I want to know. Some people don't want to break up, but that's all right, man. A great lady today and she was on a few weeks back, man. She was a great guest. We had to have her back. So we bring her in just a moment. Before we get going, I want to say congratulations to my baby girl, Jordan Lynn Randolph, graduating pre-K. I know y'all like, boy, you almost 70. Yes, I have a 5-year-old. I have two beautiful, wonderful children, 8 and 5, Ryan and Jordan. And I did it like the book said, man. I waited till I got married to have kids. And now that I am divorced, don't mean your marriage won't work because mine didn't. Now that I'm divorced, I'm excited. The mom is doing great with them, and we co-parent. And brothers, take the time to spend with your daughters, man, or your children in general. All right, don't let the ex be the reason that you don't see your kid. All right. Hey, man, the courts are fair now. However long you want to see your kids, they will let you see them, brother. They will let you see them. Hey, we are ready and set to go. Essex, what a weekend you had, man. What's going on?
Hey man, everything's good, man. I'm tired, man. I had a basketball tournament this weekend already. My son done wore me out. So yeah, these kids, they keep you moving, man. They go from pre-K. He's going to the 6th grade now. So hang on to your hats, brother, because this kindergarten through 5th grade is gonna go by like that. So
Right.
hope you're ready. And they keep growing. You got to buy new school clothes all the time. It's kind of trash, but hey, that's what we signed up for.
Hey, you absolutely right. I can say though that I will not miss that daycare payment every week.
Yeah.
I will not miss that at all.
Oh yeah.
Uh, Good, man. I had to trade in a car this week, man. Last weekend I traded in a car. Only I traded in Superman and got me a Batman. So now I'm riding good, feeling good about myself. I'm ready to go back and travel the country. Anywhere within 4 hours or less, I'm driving. But if it's over there, I got to fly, dog. I got to fly. Hey, man, I'm excited to tell the folks about our guest today.
Hey man, if you've been around and supporting Acting Funny for the last, it's been over a year now. But especially if you've been on in the last few months, you remember our guest. She set it off. We had such a great conversation on relationships. She's a professional matchmaker. We went over time because y'all had so much stuff to say and the comments was going. So we had to have her back. And not only did we have to have her back for that, she's got an amazing event that's right up my alley. And I know it's right up your alley, brother, because we're talking about wine wars right now. So without any further ado, let's bring on the lovely, the beautiful FAMU Lee. Got to get that in there. Shout out to all my rattlers out there. Miss Tanya Baskerville. What's going on?
Hey now. Hey. Thank you guys so much for having me back. Hey.
Welcome.
You know, I'm representing the family here. Hey.
Yeah, that's what's up. That's what's up.
Always representing.
Somebody share it to the group. We've got a FAMU group. Share it to the group.
Hey. Leonard. But yeah, thank you guys so much for having me back. I know we had an amazing time last time talking about relationships, and you know, we can always get back into that as well. But also too, thank you for allowing me some time to come in and talk about wine wars.
Before you get into it, let me go ahead and give y'all a visual. Let's get the visual up right there.
Thank
Got
you.
a nice little wine glass with the wine bottles engraved. Y'all see it right there at the veranda, Thornton Park, June 26th. 5 to 9, or it's probably until, you know how we do. We don't leave. We don't even get out.
No. This venue gonna kick us out. They are not us.
Well, we'll be in the parking lot. You know how we do. You know how we do at the moon. The moon. You remember how the moon used to kick you out the parking lot?
Across the street.
Cross the street.
Yeah, y'all ain't about to have me have to pay an additional whatever to get because we over there an hour. But we are happy that 5 to 9. Believe me, by the time 9 comes, we will have a great time. Y'all will be trying to look for the after party.
Let's start at the beginning. Let's start at the beginning, Tanya. Where did the inspiration to create this event come from? To
be honest, I got the idea from an event I went to years ago in Ohio. This group had it. A friend of mine had invited me, and I was like, "What is this?" You know, it wasn't called Wine Wars or anything like that. I don't even think it had a name to it. It was just a group that was doing it. And I remember I went, and I just was like, "Oh my God, this is amazing." You know, and they need to have this everywhere. And so, you know, I've been doing singles events here and in like Atlanta and Tampa. And so I wanted to, in the back of my mind, I always wanted to do this event because I thought it was an amazing experience and wanted to share and have other people experience it. So I created Wine Wars. And so pretty much the way that it works is it's a wine competition. Each time we do the event, we focus on different wine varietals. So the first time we did it, we actually did it at Mercedes-Benz of Orlando here. And it went really well. And we focused on Cabernet at that one. This one, we're focusing on Pinot Noir. So the way it works is you want to get a team of 1 to 3 people, right? So it can be 1 person, 2 people, or a 3-person team, but it can't be more than 3 people. Each team has to bring 3 of the exact same bottles of Pinot Noir wine to compete with. So I ain't talking about like a box bottle or something that looks weird of wine. It has to be an actual bottle of wine and 3 of the exact same brand and label to compete with. When the teams come, when they check in, we give each team scorecards and wine glasses. We take their bottles from them. We assign a number. Even you, or if your team, you won't know what number your team is. We have that information. We take 2 of the bottles, we bottle them up or bag them up and put numbers on them, and then we put them out on the floor. We let people go out, y'all drink as much as you want, pour, tasting all the different bottles of wine, and then you guys have your scorecards to score it. But it's so much fun. Nobody's gonna be there just kind of like, pouring and taking back. No, we let y'all handle it. You're adults, responsible adults, drink responsibly. And in the meanwhile, while you're doing that, we will have a DJ playing music. We have a digital photo booth that people can take photos all night and upload it to their social media. We have some amazing food vendors, Scratch 534 Kitchen, Boca Fresh Vegetarian, and maybe more. And so they're going to be serving things like barbecue salmon, crab cakes, oyster Rockefeller, lobster bisque. Like, it's going to be amazing. And also some vegetarian amazing dishes. But it's just going to be so much fun. Like I said, just the music, the wine, under an amazing, venue. The Veranda is a beautiful venue. It's actually a wedding venue, I believe. And on top of it, I think the most important thing is that we are supporting, the goal of Wine Wars is really to support local businesses and charities that impact our communities, right? So we're highlighting the Orlando Dream Center, and we're making a donation to them through the proceeds, a part of the proceeds that are made through this event. So they'll be there to discuss their mission with everyone. And at the same time, the ticket sales go towards, putting on the event. One of the things that we're doing coming out of the pandemic, a lot of businesses were impacted negatively, obviously, through the pandemic. So it's our goal to support businesses, local businesses, whether it be the restaurants that we're going to have there, the food vendors, to the people that we're hiring, whether it be the DJs or the photo booth or the videography, like whatever we're doing to have there, the venue, like it's a way to support local businesses in Orlando, so that we can kind of come back out. So that's really what the purpose of this is, and just to everybody get back out and have fun. And we actually do have a singles portion of this too, right? So, I do singles events. And so though this can be a great date night, which it can be for married couples, because we have a lot of those coming too, for people who are single and looking to kind of, you were coming out of the pandemic and we're looking to meet someone or just kind of have fun, we're going to have bracelets, like wristbands, that are going to be available for anybody who's single, saying single and ready to mingle, and please take one, so that we can identify who's single there, so that, while you're drinking wine and, have a conversation, enjoy yourself, ask somebody to dance, have fun. So it's just a way of everybody kind of getting out and having a good time for a great cause.
Man, that sounds exciting.
Yeah, it's exciting. It's new. Yeah. It's a new type of event to Orlando specifically. My goal initially, is to take this on the road as well, but take this to different cities, to hopefully do it a little bit more often. So like I said, that we switch the wine varietal each time we do it. We try to, give love to the local businesses or other additional charities, so that we can kind of, educate everybody on what's going on as far as the businesses and the charities in our local communities and whatever cities that we go into. So I plan to go to Atlanta and also Tampa. And so we're looking for venues currently, and always open for people to suggest any local charity we should highlight or donate to, as well as the local businesses that want to get involved as well.
Oh man, that's what's up.
Yeah, it's fun. Now, one thing I will say this: we don't make it through all the bottles. The first one, it's think of it like this: it's two. Oh, I didn't even give the most important thing. I'm so sorry. So what I left out. So basically, you're going around, you're drinking. It's a competition, right? So everybody brought their 2 bottles or 3 bottles, and then 2 we're putting out for everybody to taste. Well, at 8:00, we're going to call for the score sheet so we can tally up the scores. Whichever team gets the highest score, they get to take one of each of the unopened bottles that each team brought that night home with them. Okay. So that's the whole thing. We put 2 on the floor, we put 1 to the side. So the winner gets to take one of each of the bottles that every team brought with them home that night. So when we did it the first time, the woman took home about 30 bottles of wine.
Oh, like I said, my God.
As the event gets bigger and bigger, that's more bottles for people to win, to take home. Yeah. So it's a lot of fun. And honestly, when I did this years ago, I didn't care about winning. I mean, I had fun. Like you come to win. But I personally, I just had such a great time tasting the wines, just the people, the ambiance, listening to music. Like, it was just a great event. So I'm really excited to bring it here for everybody to experience.
So the competition is twofold, it sounds like. So it's not only you competing to see who brought the best wine.
No, that's it.
And you get bragging points for that, but then you also get a whole trough of wine to take home with you.
So that's the whole thing, yeah. So and then whichever team gets the least, like, because you're voting on your favorite, like the best one, and then the worst one, basically, that you don't like, right? Mm-hmm. So whoever team gets the least amount of votes gets to take their bottle back home. So we're like, we don't want your bottle. You get to take it back. But all the other bottles get to go home with the winning team. So yeah, and we actually have a new sponsor, again, supporting Black businesses. Poor Pairings will actually be there. They're donating 2 gift boxes, which are kind of like their wine subscription boxes that go along and pair with wine. There's a total over $100 value that we'll be raffling off at the event. So everyone will have a chance to win, because we do offer tickets as well for people who don't drink and say they just want to come and eat and support the businesses and have a good time and socialize. We also have tickets for those as well. But either way, every person at the every attendee will have an opportunity to win one of those boxes that we'll raffle off as well. So I mean, this is going to be a really good night, really, really fun night. You can't beat it with wine.
No,
I like it. Yeah. I like it. I like it. I like the concept.
So I'm just encouraging everybody, go ahead and get your tickets. Get your
where can
teams
I
together.
Get tickets at?
So there's an Eventbrite link. You can do it's winewars.eventbrite.com. And so you just go that. You can also check out at Wine Wars USA on our Instagram, or just Wine Wars Facebook page. You can find it. The link is on there as well. But just all the information as it relates to the charity that we're highlighting, to the businesses that we're highlighting, will all be on there as well. So yeah, get your teams and come up with some creative names like the Winos. I've heard it's so really cool. It's really cool and cute, these names that I'm hearing from people. But we are limiting the number of people that can come, obviously. So we're the outdoor, courtyard for COVID. We're going to have some, obviously, the hand sanitizers around. So we're taking, those safety precautions, but it is limited because we can't get out of hand with it. But it's going to continue to grow. So get your tickets early, so that way you can make sure that you can experience this event, because I guarantee you're going to have an amazing time. It's so much fun. It is so much fun. Yeah, wine.
And so this time it's Pinot Noir.
Yep.
So Black people, don't be sneaking in your Moscato and all.
And it's not going to happen. We got somebody checking you at the door.
Bring the right thing, y'all.
Yeah, there's a whole thing on the Eventbrite link to read. There's directions. It spells it out. I know it's a long thing to read, and a lot of people don't like to read because we're so quick.
Why you laughing? That's why I said that. That's specifically why I said that, because you know how we do. We'll bring all kinds of shit. We'll bring Mad Dog.
Yeah, see, no. You can come. I'll be like, you're welcome to come in.
Somebody bring some booms for.
You'll be welcome to come in, but you just won't be able to compete in the competition, because it's based on everybody bringing their wines that they're competing with. So, but still a good time regardless. You can put that boom frog to the side or keep that hold on to that. But we want to make sure that we have an amazing competition. So, and just a great time.
Let me ask you about this, being a single one in the conversation here.
Yeah.
How does the mingling go? Is there room for single? Are there a lot of single ladies there? Are a lot of single guys there? Is it mostly married people? Tell us kind of the dynamic for the crowd.
So what I've been seeing, I'm getting, obviously it's open to everyone, right? I have a group of, as I talked about before, of 6,500 singles here in Orlando. We have about 240 that have RSVP'd for it. Now, not everybody hasn't purchased their ticket yet, but we do have, and then I have people who are, I'm advertising through other, outlets that they're married and they're coming. They're saying, hey, this is a great event for me and my wife to come to, which it is. So that's why I said it's good for everybody. But that's why I'm kind of making it a kind of a portion of it to be focused for singles, because of the fact of coming out of the pandemic. People are looking to get out and have fun, but then also meet people, right? Because you kind of been, in the house. So that's why we'll have the wristbands for people that if they would like to take one, we're not going to force it on nobody, but we'll have a sign there with these wristbands that'll say, hey, single and ready to mingle, please take one. And so that you can go ahead and have a wristband if you want to let people know that you're available and ready to mingle. Single and ready to mingle. So we got something for everybody. Yeah, it's going to be a really, really good event. And like I said, most importantly, because I do want to go back to this, it's about supporting the local businesses and the Orlando Dream Center, the local charity. Just party with a purpose. It's a great cause.
That's what's up. So for a gentleman like me, single, of course, and not really a wine drinker, tell me, okay, if Pinot Noir is the wine of choice, can I go to a Winn-Dixie and get it? Do I need to go to a
wherever you
Whole
go?
Foods, just any type. I don't want to show up as the cheap dude, because this is what I'm saying.
So
Hear me
we
out.
grown. Now listen, I see where you're going. I know where you're going already.
So hear me out. I'm new to the scene, to the
Okay.
single scene. I want to go somewhere and I want to make a good impression. You say I can be a team of one.
Yeah, you
What
can.
what can I do to not go and pick out a garbage wine and then people be like, oh, I want to be the loser. You know what
So
I'm
this is the
saying?
thing. So one of the things I would say this, because each team has to bring 3 bottles, right? I really do encourage you to invite people to join your team because of one, that cuts down because the tickets are $35. And then you have the bottle of the wine. But now the cool thing about that wine is, and even the ticket is going to, portion, like we said, for charity. But the cost of the wine, I mean, you're really drinking unlimited all night. I don't want to say that, but I kind of,
Yeah,
from
no, I
our
got
past
you.
experience of the events,
Yeah.
we're not going to make it through all these bottles. We didn't before. I mean, if we do, great, but I haven't seen it because it's just a lot of wine. And my thing is when you go and you decide which bottles to get, I mean, we have people who are, wine connoisseurs and they know they have their favorite Pinot, they're Pinot drinkers. They have this certain brand that they like, and that's fine. They can bring that. If you don't know, you can go to any wine place like Total Wines or ABC and
Right.
ask them, hey, I'm competing in a wine competition, what's a good Pinot Noir to get?
Yeah.
And then you can make the decision based on cost of how much, because we had people who at the last event, these people thought that this really, really expensive bottle of Cabernet was going to win, and it didn't.
Mm.
But then but also too, the person who brought the cheapest bottle of Cabernet didn't win either. So,
Yeah.
it just,
Because wine, that's one of the things about wine is different brands, the different aging of it, it gives it a different taste. So it's going to be very unique to that person's palate. It's not like where you can go and, a bottle of Hennessy in Georgia going to taste the same as a bottle of Hennessy in California, but different wines from different places, and that's part of the fun, right, Tanya, is people who do enjoy wine, you can now kind of get a whole education and a feeling for what different types of wine do for you, how it tastes. So it's
it'll be interesting.
cool.
And then in the end, we have people asking because it'll just be numbers. You won't know which bottles are what because we're gonna have them in burlap bags with numbers on them. That's all you'll know. So as you're going through tasting, just kind of make notes on your score sheets what you like, and each team member can only vote once on what they like is their favorite and their the least favorite. But make notes, and then I mean again. You can drink as much as what we letting y'all pour. Nobody's monitoring how much you pour, or how much you taste, or how much you drink. As the bottles empty, we put another one back out on the floor. So we'll have enough bottles for everybody for sure.
You got to bring your own cup with your name on it.
No. So the funny thing is, right? No, let's not bring no goblet. So is it a goblet?
Put your name.
No pimp cups. No pimp cups allowed, Mike. I'm gonna call Mike out. I just have
no red solo cups.
You look like you got a pimp cup sitting behind you somewhere. I just believe you do.
Oh damn!
That's all right though.
You think I have a pimp cup somewhere? Hurts my heart.
You give me that look like you just a deck
No,
up, blinged out Don Juan type of pimp cup.
No, my queen, no. I do have a cup with my name on it, but it's not a pimp cup.
So it's just missing the rhinestones. So it's just missing the bling. That's all it is. We just need to add
no, it's called a cognac glass. It's for fine liquor, and it has my name embroidered on it. And it was given to me by a good friend. Right? It's classy. It's nice. It's not big furry thing. I know you mess with me, but I need the world to know.
You say you're right. You're on a different level. I'm sorry. You're right.
I'm now back 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 15.
Maybe
I may have had a goblet. I may have had the goblet. I may have had a goblet
with a 6-button Steve Harvey suit, didn't you?
You know, right? Showing up ready to go.
Yeah. I made some different decisions now in my life. You know what I'm saying?
That's where we at in the stage, and that's why this event does so well, because this is our type of thing where we are at in life, in our stage of life right now. But we do give the glasses out. They're going to be plastic glasses. We're on a outdoor kind of courtyard with concrete, and so my fear is that people will drop glasses and break them. So we're providing them. If you have a plastic wine glass of your own. Or wine, because I have plastic wine glasses and things like that, or whatever it is. You're welcome to bring it, as long as it's plastic. I won't mind that. But we also do have them for the people who are on teams, and we're checking people in, so we'll know who is participating in the wine competition and the people who are not. And then we'll be able to give them those glasses as well. Because if you're just purchasing a ticket, because there's people, like I said, I had so many people say, I don't drink Pinot Noir. I don't really drink Pinot Noir. And we don't want them to kind of feel excluded where they wouldn't come because the food menu was just amazing, right? The options that are going to be there. So people are like, I want to come just for the food and just to have fun and listen to the music and just get out and support a good cause. So we have that option as well. So for the people who can just purchase a ticket, you select, it's a thing, it'll have an option for you to select an individual or join a team. So the team part is the wine competition. So you just create a team name. And then you share that team name with your friends or those that you want to invite to join your team. And all they have to do is go in there, join the team, and type in the team name that you have, and then it'll take them right to purchase their tickets. And that's how it is. And once it reaches 3 people, that team name will no longer be available. And you just create a new team name.
So Tanya, correct me if I'm wrong. These type of events have been pretty crucial to your matchmaking, right? Because you get to bring people out, they look good, and kind of see how they interact with other people. Am I right in reading that or what?
Well, this one is a little bit different. That's why I added that component for the wristbands, because I do have a lot of singles that I market to, and I just know that there's people out there after coming out of this pandemic, they're looking to meet people. Most of the time when you're single, you go out, I mean, not that you're looking for someone, but it would be nice to kind of see who's out there. At least I could, window shop, right? So this is just that option that I had, created for that. But this is a different type of event. Like I said, typically I do events that are solely focused on singles, and this is not that. This is open to everyone. So we have it as a date night for couples, or if you're single and you can come in a way that you can identify who's single. So kind of a little bit of everything is set up, but again, it's going to be up to you to kind of go up and spark up conversation. But our events can kind of create that, because you can say, hey, which one did you try? Which one do you like so far? And start a conversation, or hey, let's go dance, or let's take, funny picture at the digital photo booth. It'll be where now we don't have the props because of COVID, but you can choose the digital glasses and all that and have fun and upload as many photos to your social media all night. We'll have that available to everybody so that they can capture the moment.
Nice.
Yeah.
Look at tight, boy. You better be ready to hunt, boy. You better have your
No.
He's like, no. He's too smooth for that. He's too smooth. No hunting, right?
No, man, I wouldn't. I'm gonna support the sister. Unfortunately, I'm gonna be in a wedding that day, which is another. Yeah, I'll be in Miami, but I'm gonna support you, sister. Still,
I appreciate it. Thank you.
My single friends and married friends, because they always try to hook you up, Tanya. Believe it or not, married people feel like they know what's best for you for some reason. I don't know why.
Well, they just recognize that they see a good guy and they want you to be happy, and they say, "Look, you deserve. Someone needs to enjoy all this goodness that you got to give." That's
well, thank you. Thank you for the compliment, but that's not what they think. That's what you think. That's not what they think. They just being nosy.
I'm trying to think the best. Look, I get it. I'm trying to always think the best.
No worries. Your event is June the 26th, correct?
Yes, Saturday, June 26th from 5 to 9. If you want to participate in the wine competition, the cutoff to do that is Friday at 3 p.m. the 25th, because there's a lot we have to prepare for with this event, and knowing how many teams we have and, all of that good stuff. So that cutoff will be Friday. But after that, anybody can come and, join the event and walk up and do that as well. So, we're looking my goal is to raise a sizable donation amount to give to the Orlando Dream Center. And like I said, as well, come out, support the food vendors that are there, and, get the food. We actually have, each food vendor will have some items on their menu from $7 to $9. I wanted to price it affordably, so that way, if you want to support each of the food vendors, you can and try the food. That's the goal, like I said, to support them. So, and the food is going to be amazing. Like those menus are awesome. So, we had to find certain food to pair with wine. I couldn't go out and get chicken wings or, chili cheese fries. We got salmon and, steak. It's going to be really nice, sliders, and it's going to be really, really nice. And, lobster bisque and shrimp and grits. And it's really going to be nice. Yeah, wow. It's going to be nice. The menu is amazing. I'm very impressed with this. So even if you don't drink, if you just want to come and eat and have a good time, this is the event to do it. And like I said, for all a good cause. So
that's what's up. I love it.
Congratulations. Before we let you go, and we might get to keep you here, depending on what the boss man say over there. We're going to pivot into our relationship question, if that's fine with you guys.
Absolutely.
I just had a situation that came up, and I'm just curious. You still single, right? Or are you dating somebody now?
I'm single.
Okay, great. Okay, so cool. Has any of your exes still be I know, right? Stop it, brother. Stop it.
We're coming back to that.
Have any of your exes still try to be friends with like your family or your parent?
You know what? For me, I'm still friends with all of my exes. Like I believe, see, I'm this person, and people. I did have an ex recently say, I don't understand how you still friends with your exes. You know, before that, and I was like, well, to me, when you love someone or you care for someone, just because things don't work out, that shouldn't be your enemy now. You know,
Right.
you cared for this person at one point. I can appreciate the person you are. I can also appreciate that you're just not the guy for me. You're a great guy. You're just not the great guy for me. And so
Mhm.
that's okay. You know, I'm not gonna hate you. I don't need to not talk to you. Now, as far as my family and my friends, now
Right.
if you out of respect, I think at a certain point, if somebody is, you know, in and moving on and in a new relationship, out of respect for that new relationship with that person, I personally would not reach out to their family members because I wouldn't want the person that they're dating now to feel uncomfortable.
Mhm.
And that's just out of respect. So I think that at a certain point, I mean, I still have a great relationship with one of my exes from college, his mom. I mean, I would go there for, you know, Thanksgiving every year without, even when he wasn't there, you know, it
Mhm.
was, but at a certain point, he then moved on, he ended up getting married. And I of course backed away out of respect for his marriage or his relationship. And it was funny because he's divorced now, but I saw his mom, or you know, kind of caught back up, and she was like, "I like you better anyway." I was like, but I was like, you
That's
know, look,
cold.
I'm gonna let them go ahead and do that out of respect, you know. But
That's
I mean,
cold.
I was always have love for his family, and so we're all still kind of connected through Facebook, and I kind of love to kind of
Yeah.
look in on him and see how his sisters are growing up and things like that. So I always will comment and be like, "Wow, that's amazing," because it's a beautiful
Exactly.
thing to see. So to me, you got to just respect people and understand and whatever wishes of your ex. How about that? Because if they don't want you to talk to their family members, don't do it.
The difference in this particular analogy, our situation, is that of course I have kids, um,
They are
but
family.
yeah, so now grandmother's gonna be a grandmother. They want to see the kids, so they still trying to be friendly with the ex.
Hmm.
But now when that dynamic changes, when they get into it, now I say, hey, leave them alone now. No, so now there's a friction between those two, and
Hmm.
now you got the kids. So grandmama want to see the kids, but you done got into it with the ex-wife. So now what?
Well,
Now what?
hopefully,
Now
the idea is that we're all adults, right? And the most important thing is the children, right? So
absolutely.
we have to be willing to put our emotions to the side for the benefit of the children, because at the end of the day, all the adults love the children. Our emotions is to one
Eh,
another go up and down, but the kids deserve unconditional love. And so at that
right.
point, this is where when you think you may be getting into it, that you can say, or whoever be the bigger person and say, you know what? At the end of the day, we need to focus on the kids. Like it's okay things and sometimes you may have to bite your tongue, whatever's going to be best for your kids. And it's hard, or that person will have to bite their tongue. Or I mean, and not only that though, y'all are family. Like when you have kids with somebody, y'all are considered family because you're not dealing with this person just for this. You got a long, how as you said your kids was, that's a whole long time.
85.
Yeah, you got
But
some
but
time.
but if you
You got some time.
disrespect my mama, if you disrespect my mama,
That's hard. I mean, I'm not saying that's not hard.
that's an ass whooping. That ain't hard. That's easy.
This is the thing. Again, grown folks, let your mama deal with that. If she needs to, if there's a problem between her and your mother, they made the decision. You can't control that. You can't control
Well,
her. You
me,
can't control that relationship.
well, my mama won't tell me. I find out through the grapevine because my mama know how I am, and
Yeah.
but I've already said, look, leave them people alone. Let the people go on about their business. We get the kids. We get just leave it alone. So now they don't cross the line, and
Well,
my
it's the
mama wants
thing.
to know the story.
When you're going through things like this, I'm sure, and again, I've never been married, I've never been divorced, but I've seen a lot, right? It seems
Hmm.
out like looking in, there's a lot of drama that can go on. I think one of the
Yeah,
biggest things, because again, I'm a product of divorce, my parents divorced, and
of
I
course.
was I was told way too much by my mother. I think was trying to get back at my dad, and just it was not a good decision that she made.
Hmm.
One of the things I admire is when parents can really shelter their children from their parental drama as much as possible, because kids see everything,
Yeah.
Hmm.
even when you don't think, when they're upset, when you're mad, you think they don't see you or hear you, they do, and they're taking it all in.
Even
So
when you're older, you don't need they don't need to know everything. You know what I
yeah,
mean? That
it's
can
grown folk
alter
business.
that parental child relationship. You know what I mean? Because you hear about stuff that you shouldn't have heard about that happened while you was coming up. It's like, oh, that's what and it still reverberates. You know what I mean?
I mean,
Hmm.
at the end, I remember I dated this guy who had a kid, and his own first and probably only got a well, no. a first gentleman I've dated who had a son, and he told me, he said, I worked really hard to have a good relationship with my son's mother so we can co-parent. And I'm very protective of that. And I really always respected him for that. And he said it wasn't easy. You know, it took time. And I said, I think that most people don't focus on that, of saying, what do I need to do to create a good relationship with the parent for the benefit of co-parenting? And really kind of having that type of relationship with that parent one-on-one. And again, when your feelings and emotions are high and you going through this, who knows? All you can control is you. So my thing is this, regardless of what anybody else does, you control yourself and try to create that, and your family, have that conversation with your family members as well to say, look, this is the goal. Don't engage in foolishness. Don't whatever, like, so that you can, and they have to respect your wishes as well.
But it's your mama. They just got their own mind and they do what they want. It's your mama.
But then at that
you
point,
can tell your
you gotta
mama
step
300 times. You
That's
tell your
right.
mama 300 times, son, hey, respect me, respect this, respect that. And the first thing they say is, I'm your mama.
That's true. They
And
say, well, you know
then,
what? I'm out of it. I have to step out of
yeah,
it. And they say, you know what?
then
And,
you
and,
get what you get. You
and
get
have
what
that
you get then.
conversation. And it's just having that conversation, a sincere conversation of, look, this is what I'm trying to do. I want to make sure that my child or my children are this. I need your help to do this.
Yeah.
Period. Because if not, and then if she sees this, see, this is what I meant. I don't want to have, and then always put the focus back on your kids. Now they're in a bad situation. Now they're being affected. It ain't about you. It's about the children.
Right.
So, I mean, that's all you can keep doing until hopefully that, you know, and then be the example. And again, it ain't easy. I've had friends who I've watched bite their tongue, take steps that I was like, oh my God. And they were like, look, at the end of the day, the most important thing in my children, my life is like she had an amazing analogy. She said, your life is like a movie and your kids are in the front row watching everything, taking it all in.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to be aware of what you're putting on screen for them to watch.
Absolutely. So
Hey,
I
so
co-parent.
hold on. Rewind. Y'all know I won't gonna let this go. So
Damn.
in February, you said you wasn't single. Now you said you are now. What happened? No, you ain't got to put all your business out there. But I'm asking for a couple friends that was inquiring from the last time. So what's going on, Ty? Tell us.
Yeah, so I had a Rona Bay, and it was really, really wonderful at first. I'm talking about amazing. And, you know, through the process, we found out that we were just better friends. Honestly. That's just what it is. We just found out that, you know, through things that maybe we weren't as compatible as we thought we were. And we're just better friends. We have amazing time as friends. But just some things we see differently. And that's okay. Great guy, you know, just not the guy for me. And I'm okay with that, you know.
That's good. That's good. That's a good word right there. I am trying to explain it to somebody right now. They don't get it.
Hey,
Yeah.
all y'all that was in my inbox and texting me, buy your damn tickets, shoot your shot. That's all I'm gonna say. I ain't saying no more. I ain't putting nobody on blast.
But I will say this though. Another thing I'm gonna tell guys this, because I just had to block somebody today, and maybe possibly two people. This guy, you know, I'm very friendly. I don't believe in being rude, right? I appreciate any and every compliment anybody gives me, because you don't have to do that, right? But when it gets to the point of, you know, guys being so persistent or just aggressive in a sense of, you know, the guy said, hey, so what are we making for breakfast? What can I make you for breakfast this morning? I don't know you, sir. What you talking about? Like, oh, I mean, but I just feel like you could be my wife. I said, you sound crazy. Like, this is ridiculous. Well, I mean, not literally, but I'm just saying though, you know, I just see you and my thing is this, if I'm put this out, if I don't know you personally, I am not open to getting to starting a relationship in my DMs. I'm just not that person. Somebody got to vouch for you to show that you are not crazy and deranged and that you are of good character. I am not just taking what you say in my DMs as it to spark off something. It may have worked for some people and that's great, but that doesn't work for me. Yeah, I'm different. Right. I like organic conversations and just see me out. If you see me out and, you know, we spark up a conversation, I'm friendly, I'm not rude, you know, but at the same time, I hope you would not be rude either. But yeah, there's been some crazy things that men say in these DMs or on these posts that I just say, play cool, brother, play cool. Just don't.
I would say this. Hold on, E. I will say this. You are unnaturally beautiful.
Oh,
and a lot of guys, they can't understand that your personality is totally different than a woman of your beauty. Like, because you're so attractive, they expect you to be a snob. They expect you to be bougie. They don't get this down to earth girl that we all know. You know what I'm saying?
I
and
appreciate
and
that.
and
Yeah.
I would attribute Florida Agricultural Mechanical University all the summers I spent up there, and the
Yes.
one semester I went there, just seeing all the beautiful women. That was just, some of them was bad, but some of them was really cool. And
Yeah.
so we are accustomed to that. Essex, you know what I'm saying? It was ratio was like 7-8 to 1. So beautiful women like yourself having a great personality is something we was accustomed to. So a lot of guys that may not know where you come from, what you do,
Yeah.
that you enjoy networking. Guys don't know you. They just know what they see on social media, and they shoot and they shot. And something that might have worked in the past, hey, babe, let me cook you breakfast. Or, hey, I think you might be my wife, could have worked with somebody else. They just don't know how to approach you.
This dude put
The
on my
whole
thing in a
DM thing.
message. This dude put in my messages, I want to drink your bath water. No, you sir, what? That's
Hey,
dangerous. To me, I get freaked out by that because I'm like, that
Yeah.
you sound crazy, sir.
and
Like, no.
I hear that a lot. The whole DM thing has changed courtship forever because it's like it's a shortcut, but then at the same time, like you say, the approach that you take sending somebody a message is totally different than what you would do approaching them face to face. Because like that's the era we came up in. It was a lot of that. I either talk to you at the club or the grocery store or the mall or something like that. You can say, and maybe she can see your face and know that you don't mean no harm. She can read your body language.
Yeah.
It would be a
You can
totally
feel that
different
vibe.
conversation than you saying something weird and jumping the gun in the DMs. And when we was at Church Comedy Show, there was a big joke about that, sending the dick pics and all that. Like it's
Please don't. I will
because
report
it's social media.
I will report quickly. Don't ever do that. Thank God I don't get that. That's the worst thing. Men, stop doing that. If the woman don't ask you for it, don't volunteer it. No woman wants it. No woman wants it. And all she gonna do is show her friends anyway. Don't do it and laugh at you. Can you believe this guy did this? Don't do it. Don't do it. That's so weird. But yeah, you're right.
They just don't know. I mean, and you're a diamond. People don't know, people don't understand that.
But see, I look at it like this. I'll be honest. I don't think that way. I think I'm, I try to be a good person, in general, and just a kind person. I believe in that. But I don't ever think I'm anything above whatever. I see beautiful women all the time, and I know good women and beautiful women all the time. And I do believe there's someone for everyone. I think that, a lot of men, I don't know if that's just maybe sometimes the responses they get from that, right? It works for somebody. But I always just ask to approach anybody with respect and kindness. And I believe in being best friends with the person I'm with. So for me, it's about creating a good foundation of friendship that I really get to know who you are. And you can be comfortable with who you are, because at the end of the day, like we talked about that before, right? So many people want to present themselves in a certain way that's not truly who they are, and they can't sustain it. But my thing is, why would you want someone not to love you for who you are not? I want you to accept all this. You gonna call me? I'll have a hair wrap on when you calling me, and I have because I need you to see me at my worst. If you can love me at my worst, then we good. If you can accept me at that, whatever, we're good. But I ain't got time to be keeping up putting on. I don't even wear makeup, but I'm too lazy for that.
We live in such a microwave society, and then it's so much twerking and jumpsuits and jogging suits and yoga pants going on. So you're gonna get a lot of the guys that don't, and they just don't have it no more. The game has changed. They just don't know what to say to an attractive woman. They don't know how to approach you. Yeah, they don't know what to say to you. But you know what? You say that, but who are they? They don't know who they are yet. Think about that.
Well, if you don't know, but that goes for men and women, though, right? Too.
Absolutely.
So you have a lot of women who are still trying to figure out because of the image that they see. They're trying to be what they think men want them to be. So it's they're competing with the Instagram women and the bodies that are maybe not even realistic, or because of filters. It ain't even surgery. It's filters, that are creating these images. And so people are not necessarily happy with them. And I really encourage single people, and even any people in general, get to a place where you're happy with you, and you will attract who's meant to be there, because they see that you're happy, you're confident, you're not dependent upon someone to make you feel a certain way and give you these compliments so that you're just accepting them from anybody. So for me, I think I've always been confident. I'm who I am. Love me, leave me. Like this is it. But I want you to know what you're dealing with. And honestly, I want to know what I'm dealing with. What type of dude are you? Who are you? How are you when things are great? Things are great. When it gets bad, I need to see how's your character when shit hits the fan.
Yeah, you gotta
do you shut down? Do you know how to act? Are you emotionally stable? Do you act like an ass? What's really going on? And the same thing goes for women too.
Absolutely. I tell my queens, when you wake up in the morning and you brushing your hair and brushing your teeth, you look right in the mirror. You be the first person to say "I love you"
Yeah,
to you.
absolutely.
You do that to yourself. You build your own confidence, and then that way, if somebody else tells you, "Okay, thank you, I appreciate it," and you
Yep,
respect it, but it starts within you,
it
your self
does.
confidence, your motivation. For the single fellas looking that's always trying to shoot their shot, like I know you know you. I've known you for years. You wearing a very conservative outfit, but you're actually voluptuous. But you don't have to dress up. I said it, goddamn it. You don't have to dress up like the girls on the Instagram and all of them facing the mirror and got their hand on the wall with their hips side and the breasts and all of
Well,
that.
I'll say this. I've been shapely since I was young.
Yeah.
And
Hmm.
when that's real, you don't want that type of attention. I did
Right,
not like that type of
Yeah.
attention. I've
Yeah,
been
right.
it's
getting that
only the
since I
people
was a
who don't
kid.
have it, they think they need it. But
Yeah,
men,
I
like,
didn't
we
like
don't
it.
like all that fake shit. If it
And it's
ain't
not even,
real, just
even
get,
if
like
it's
you say, if it's not
oh,
real, come with what you have and let me make the decision. And then you got to live with the decision of what you can get. But
for
trying to
me.
be like all these Instagram people out there, or a woman that you can't naturally get your shape like, you might as well just be who you are.
I think, first of all, for me, it was real from when I was young, and it just was over sexual. I think I felt like men over sexualized me, and that was a weird feeling for me. I didn't like that. I didn't want you to, you know, how many times I heard, "Oh my God, you a thick, red, long haired woman." You know, that's my type. I don't want
Hmm.
to hear that. I'm
Hmm.
be a replica of what you don't even know me. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like, oh, you could be this. You don't even know me based upon how I look. And so for me, I think that you have to be confident, like we talked about yourself, whether you're big, skinny, whatever the case may be, whatever it is, confidence is what's attractive.
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
you're confident in who you are, that is what is attractive, no matter what size you are. I ain't gonna fit everybody's type. I'm
Right.
not. I'm not a size 2. I ain't size 5. I ain't size 6. Whatever it is. But I'm for who I want to be for who I am for. You know, I don't want the
Yeah.
person that don't want me.
I
You know what
get
I mean?
that. I love that.
Like,
And
I'm not trying to
that's
go
just
after the man, the people. I want the person who's gonna value and appreciate me for who I am. You
and
know, and
that's
there's
real.
somebody for everybody. So you got to
Absolutely.
find. And I always tell people, you're worth the wait. You are
Yes.
worth the wait to
Speaking.
find the person that's for you.
Talk
Don't
your
think you're
shit.
not. You know, I have so
Talk
many
your
women who I
shit.
talk to who are like, "Oh, I want this now." Enjoy your life. There are blessings that God has placed around you all the time. It's up to us to be able to see them. We're so focused on what we think we want or what we think we're missing out on that we're not enjoying the blessings that He's placed in our life at that moment to get us to the next level of the things that we want that He has for us. So
Uh-oh.
to me, those things, that time and those lessons and those blessings in that meantime, God is feeding into you and creating you to be the woman or the man for who He has for you. So if you so focused on this brother over here who is not paying you no attention, been inconsistent at all, consistently inconsistent is what I say.
Oh,
You
speak on
know,
it.
you have to
Speak on
like focus on you, be happy with you. And we know
it.
the areas of opportunity that we can grow in. I have them too. Nobody's perfect,
Yeah.
you
There
know,
you go.
but are you feeding into yourself to be the best person you can so that you're prepared and ready for whoever that person that God has for you? Because that's what it's about.
Right, right. So, cause don't go for who the devil got for you. Go for who the Lord got for you.
My
I
thing
want
is
to
that,
say that,
go
and
ahead.
I appreciate you dropping that knowledge on there. I was
Go
cursing and
ahead.
you talking about the Lord, but I straightened it up. Uh,
God knows your
I
heart.
get
Look, I
that
be
too.
like,
I know
God
you.
knows my heart. He know who He created.
He know my
He,
heart
he
too.
know what I'm working
Uh,
on.
he know what you're working with, and Essex what you're working with too. I get the same thing, and not so much sexualized, Tanya. I get, ooh, you so
What?
tall and brown. I get the tall, dark, and handsome. I
That's
like
right.
you because I'm 6'2", and
Yeah.
then all the girls go, ooh, I want to be the tall dude because I can wear this
Yeah.
outfit. I can wear the heels. Oh, you growing a little beard. I like that, But nobody really cares if I like koi fish. Nobody really cares about the
You
things
got
that
to
I
find
really
that
care
person.
about.
No, nobody
You do,
cares
but you
Yeah.
about
got
it.
to find. But that's the
Can't even
thing,
eat
though.
swordfish.
But when you
And
find
no,
that
I just
person,
like
you
them.
said,
I like a koi pond and koi fish.
yeah, me
That's
too.
my thing.
But my thing is
It's
this: you got to
peaceful.
find the person that fits that. When you get into that conversation, and that's the thing, people need to take the time to get to know someone. I think that was one of the biggest things that I noticed through the pandemic. Right,
Mm,
you had time to get to know somebody. We're so distracted. So I, took it back to being in like high school where we on the phone we had a 14-hour virtual date. You know what I'm saying? Because we weren't in the same city. So it was a matter of, talking on the phone 6 hours at a time and whatever. And the conversation was amazing. So you were able to connect emotionally versus just physically. And that was a big, because I said, dang, how many other people I missed out on because I ain't had the time to get to know them? Just
mm,
thinking
mm.
because we don't have the time. We're just like, oh, I got this going on. I got this
You
person.
can make the time.
You got to make the time, but it slowed everything down, and it amazed me of what you can learn about yourself, and then also somebody else when you literally take the time to get to know someone. And I think that also means focusing, right? When you're dealing with so many people who are talking about, oh, I got this guy over here and I got this guy over here. Me personally, I don't entertain a lot of people because I don't have the capacity to want to do all that. I'm too lazy. I focus. So if I'm dealing with one person, I'm gonna take the time to get to know you and see what this is about. And if it's worth something, great. If not, okay. I call it X to the next. Gangstar is one of my favorite ones. X girl to the next girl.
They wouldn't know that about you. They wouldn't know that you know about Gangstar. They don't even know that about you.
What? I'm a classic hip hop head. What?
They don't.
Yes.
That's what's amazing about Tanya Baskerville. Like, you got a sister who know about Gangstar, dog. They don't know about Gangstar, KRS-One, like real rap. They taking you out of beauty. They don't understand you come from a conscious era. You know.
I do. I'm a classic. All you're gonna hear in my rotation is 90s.
I mean, FAMU in the 90s, man, like the glory days.
You can't beat it.
If you came out of there without your head on right, something was wrong. Come on.
You got to be successful if you was up there on the yard.
Yeah, real DJs playing real music from all over the areas. And
everywhere. DJ Ant.
It was a good time.
Yep.
It was a good time, man.
Fly
I would
guy.
never forget. Come on, sis. Hey, don't give him no more. Don't give him no more, T. Don't give him no more. Don't hurt him. Save him for the next time. Keep him coming back. Keep him coming back.
Homecoming. I'll be there this year.
Are you going homecoming?
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Ready, reserve the room. They are killing people.
Over the head.
Let's say with no Vaseline. Okay.
Yes, they rubbing them raw.
We missed the last one. The last one was canceled, so I know this one's gonna be on fire.
It is.
Absolutely. Right. Drop Tanya's event one more time for next week.
Oh yeah. One more time. Let me go ahead and get the visuals up for you.
Thank you guys. Yes,
right, you can go ahead and you can talk it while I show it.
Get the tickets. Most people wait till the last minute, and then people are like, "I'm gonna go." Get the tickets. They're $35 on Eventbrite. Wine Wars. Like I said, part of the proceeds are going to support the Orlando Dream Center, as well as come support the Black businesses, or not even Black businesses, because it's not just Black businesses, local businesses of Orlando, so that we can, after the pandemic, really support one another in our communities that impact our local area. So that's what we're about, man. We're going to keep doing that thing.
Wine Wars. Y'all heard it here. Hey, want to see y'all out there, man. Wine Wars. Come support not only, well, not all Black businesses, but Black business, our business. You know what I'm saying? Get your wine on, get your food on. I want to come to Stephanie's for the menu too, man. I mean, that
menu is amazing.
That's what's up. Tell them you guys can. I put some of the information on my page. I think it's on your page too, Tight. But Tanya, tell everybody your social media and where they can find the information as well.
Wine Wars Facebook page. Just type in, do a search for Wine Wars. It'll come up, and also at Wine Wars USA. For our Instagram. So Wine Wars USA on Instagram and Wine Wars Facebook page. And we'll continue to, share, do highlights of the businesses, the charities, and then any updates, the cool little things of our sponsors for the event.
Absolutely. Ty, tell them what you got going on.
Hey, man, sounds amazing. I'm so excited for you, my sister. Hey, man, I appreciate you shouting me out. I just taped my 30-minute comedy special. We putting it in conjunction with 8 other comedians. And we're shopping it around to streaming sources, I guess you would have, streaming services. So I'm excited about that, man. Hopefully Netflix picks us up or Amazon Prime, something to that nature. But I'm excited about that, man. A lot of comedy shows coming up, as well as the summer, as well as my birthday. Unfortunately, on the 26th, but I'm still buying a ticket. My cousin's getting married in Miami. But yeah, I believe in support. Sister, you've always come through for us. And somebody mentioned you need your own talk show. Matter of fact, that was a director and producer that said that. So I would definitely scroll back through these comments who actually has a show on Netflix right now.
Oh, that's so kind.
Hey, Jason, bring the camera, man. We'll all go to the event and turn it into something.
Absolutely, right? That's very kind.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. You are welcome here at any time. Type Mike Comedy on all your social media platforms. I appreciate you guys. Mike Randolph as well on Facebook. But you can put in Type Mike Comedy and it'll pull me up as well. Thank you guys so much. Essex, final words, brother?
Yes, sir. Hey, man, I'm excited to get back to work in a couple of weeks. I got a big feature film that I'm going to be shooting called A Time for Another Purpose. And I got a good pivotal role in that. So I'm excited to get to work on that. And then y'all can still check out me, you know what I'm saying? Painkiller is still out there. It's only $4, you know what I'm saying? Thank you to all the 4 people that watched this so far. I appreciate you. The rest of y'all get to it. I know you get to it. But at Essex O'Brien, I'm sorry, at Actorman Essex on Instagram, Essex O'Brien on Facebook and Twitter. And just put my name in the Amazon. I got about 4 or 5 of them out there. Y'all just
great job, guys. I'm so proud of both of y'all.
Just binge me. Just do that. But yeah.
Thank you, Tanya.
We appreciate you, Tanya. Thank you so much, and thank you to everybody that joined us and watched. If you're on YouTube, please like and subscribe. If you're on Facebook, go ahead and like the page, Acting Funny, share it, and we appreciate y'all. We'll see you next week.
All right.
See you next week. Thank you, Tanya.
Thank you, guys.